It's been a long time coming, but I think it's finally time to do a series that I've wanted to do for a long time, and that's a game review. And I thought there isn't a better time than now than to do Marvel Rivals and explain why I love the game so much. Now, if you've been following the channel for a good amount of time, you would know that this technically isn't the first review that I've done. You would be right. And yes, there are some that are technically still not done. I do guarantee that eventually I'll get to those and finish them in due time, as I feel like now I am better at what I want to express and maybe show. But enough dilly-dallying. Let's get on with the show. Marvel Rivals, huh? It's definitely the talk of the town, even 2 to 3 months into its lifespan. I remember this game's hype was through the roof, with people who play and love hero shooters wanting nothing more than to play the game and missing the beta. Yeah, this game had a beta that apparently was a bitch to get into, and while I was okay waiting to play the game at launch, I was very sad to hear that the exclusive skin for Venom, which was a Marvel vs. Capcom reference to his iconic look, is locked only to people who played it, and man, that just makes me sad. It's a simple recolor, but it's so nostalgic. Anyways, let me get back to the main topic at hand. With the game Overwatch released in 2016 by Blizzard Entertainment, the game was a massive success, eventually winning the Game of the Year. The game was a hero shooter heavily inspired by Team Fortress 2. The game was beloved by many, and the game was apparently getting a sequel called Overwatch 2, with the promise of a new long-awaited PvE mode. And, well...
Monsieur, does this mean Overwatch is back?
No.
The game would be heavily despised, with many people feeling disappointed and lied to. And look, there's a lot that goes into the disaster, and some would say the fall of Overwatch 2, but that's simply not for today. Maybe one day if I decide to go into Overwatch. With Overwatch 2 not being able to satisfy many fans' hero shooter desires, people were hoping that one day a new game would come to challenge Overwatch and give them what they were missing. Well, jump to 2024 and Marvel Rivals releases, and I was so excited for this game, as I was a big fan of Overwatch at the time, and even though I slowly lost interest as time went on, I still really enjoyed the game. However, hearing about an Overwatch-like game with Marvel characters, I mean, sign me up. I was fully ready to embrace it. Marvel Rivals was created by NetEase Games and is a 6v6 PvP third-person hero shooter, with 5 game modes accompanying it so far. We have Quick Match, where you'll be spending most of your playtime, since before you'll even be able to participate in competitive, you'll need to reach to level 10. And side edit here, as of right now, it's now being bumped up to level 15. And second, you'll be coming back to play if you're someone like me, whose friends play on console, and so I'm unable to play with them inside of competitive mode. And third, because the second game mode, competitive, is a living hellhole where only those who wish to be firmly grasped by the balls while being ridiculed by their teammates will find some enjoyment. Okay, I may be somewhat exaggerating here, but competitive really is a completely different beast. Quick Match and Comp have the same game types, from what you would expect from a hero shooter like Convoy, where you're either on the defense or the attacking side, making sure a cart is either moved or not moved from point A to point B, and Domination, where both teams fight to capture a point, where the goal is to get your team's point value to 100%. There's of course Conquest, where honestly speaking, I played it for the first time for this review, where 2 teams are to eliminate as many people as fast as possible and pick up drop points to deny the points from the enemy team. Doom Match has you solo, where your goal is to eliminate as many people as fast as possible to get the solo victory, with an exclusive map being the Sanctum Sanctorum, which visually looks stunning and has a lot of love put into it. Then of course you have your Practice versus AI, where you just play against AI, and of course Custom Game, where you can set up a private lobby for your shenanigans. Now, like Overwatch, Rivals has a story to help explain exactly what is going on, and as to why these characters are fighting one another, and honestly I think it's pretty well done. The inciting incident of Marvel Rivals' main story sees 2 variants of Dr. Doom clash. During their experiments with the laws of time, Dr. Doom and his 2099 counterpart create a catastrophic event known as the Time Stream Entanglement, in which multiple timelines are suddenly fused together. Now called chronoverses, these timelines each contain different versions of iconic Marvel heroes and villains, some of whom have slightly different motives and personalities to the usual characters fans know and love. But regardless of what universe they originate from. Any hero and villain caught in Doom's time stream entanglement must now fight for their lives in a never-ending battle that will see sworn enemies turn into reluctant allies and vice versa. Now with each season there will be a new cast of characters in the spotlight, causing mayhem with another group trying to stop them, and with introducing new characters and maps every month. Like with the upcoming season 2, now confirmed to have Emma Frost at the Hellfire Gala trying to stop Ultron from taking over Krakoa. This game is going to be changing so much, and that's a great thing, as the game will hopefully never get stale. It's definitely going to be fun to see how this game evolves, but I think it's finally time to get to the gameplay and overall how it feels. Play as some of your favorite iconic Marvel comic characters like Jeff the Landshark, Luna Snow, and Penny Parker. I'm just kidding, I love you. The game is a third-person PvP shooter where every character gets their own abilities, fully showing off their unique superpowers. There are 3 classes when it comes to Marvel Rivals. Vanguard, where battle-hardened players can be on the defensive and protect their team like with Doctor Strange and Magneto. Or if you want to be a lot more offensive, but still be able to take some heat for your team, the likes of Thor and the Thing may be for you. The Duelist class gives every sweaty shooter lover the thrill they most likely desire. Apply constant pressure and damage to the enemy as Bucky and continue to tell yourself he doesn't need a nerf. Or if you want to be more flashy, play as Spider-Man and swing high in the sky, striking the enemy healers after insta-locking him and being a detriment to your own team. No, you're not Spider-Man, and I don't care that you have a Lord icon, you're gonna be ass, and we need another support, so can you please switch?
No.
And finally, there's the Strategist class, where you are able to heal your team in style with the power of K-pop music.
Crazy, 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 crazy. I am ready to put on a show!
Or be an absolute menace and play as the lovable and hateable Jeff the Landshark, where you can shoot out a stream of healing water and bubbles. When it comes to the controls, that's a little complex, since besides WASD, which everyone uses for movement, all other buttons can differ when it comes to the abilities. So for instance, Doctor Strange's shield uses the right click, while for Magneto he uses the shift button, and so on. I'll make this quick, but the music in this game is actually really good. Obviously, when you're in the heat of a battle, you're not going to really, concentrate on it whatsoever. But when you sit down, not in a battle, and you actually listen to the soundtrack, the pieces that accompany every single battle is actually really, really well done. It's pretty good. I wish there was like an official place to listen to some of these, because I mean, there's some like official some on YouTube. However, I would just like a nice cohesive playlist to be able to listen to, because I think there are still some pieces missing from that. But yeah, it's pretty good. I'm sure you've seen it while watching the video, but this game has a buttload of cosmetics to choose from. And as a fan of alternate costumes, especially from a superhero game, this game doesn't disappoint. I blame Batman Arkham City for getting me addicted to alternate cosmetics. It's never been the same since. Rivals gives us their takes on the Marvel heroes and villains, which I can say I absolutely love their interpretations. But they also give us classic comic inspired fits, and some stick out more than others, but they're all great. And I know some would have preferred just having a one-to-one adaptation of the classic look, but I don't mind it. Although, oh boy, the Spider-Man fans are going to be in a frenzy when his classic look comes out, and because God forbid someone try to make a suit that doesn't look like the original. I'm not ready for that day. If you're a big fan of the MCU, some characters come with their movie style costumes as well, which are really nice and are implemented very well in Rivals' art style. We also get to see some original designs from NetEase, and sure, some are better than others, but these are really well done, and you can tell there's a lot of love put into it. Costumes can be purchased at the shop, where games like Fortnite give you cosmetics like costumes, emotes, nameplates, and sprays to choose from. There's also a battle pass for $10 that gives you a variety of cosmetics to choose from. And unlike many other games like Overwatch and Fortnite, you actually get to keep the pass when buying it. So there isn't an issue of feeling scared of missing out. And man, I am so happy for that choice. Can we please all just move on to this new way of thinking? This game is so generous when it comes to giving things for free. This needs to be the industry standard. If you treat your player base like this, they will literally spend money on the game no problem. This is only scratching the surface of what the game gives you. Every character is so much fun to play as, and just from looking at my stats, there isn't such a drastic difference when it comes to who I play with. Sure, I enjoy tanks more, but I feel like not only is it important to be able to fill in for your team, just in case you have a teammate who can't play a certain role, and so by filling, you're helping pick up the slack, but also it's just so fun to play as everyone. There isn't a single character I don't like. Sure, I have my favorites, and since some are always insta-locked, I don't ever have the time to practice with them, but that's okay, because that means I get to play as my favorite characters. This game truly captured my heart, and I know I'll be playing it for a long time after. And I hope this review has made you, at the very least, somewhat interested. If that's what I've accomplished, then I think I achieved what I set out to do. And that is it for the Marvel Rivals review. This is very different than what I normally do. As you can tell, I am trying a lot of different things. They might work, who knows. I am being very experimental with this and I hope it works out well. And yeah, I mean, I hope you all enjoyed. I hope I got my thoughts out to the best of my, I guess, ability as we're now. But yeah, I really want to do these kind of videos more because this actually is pretty fun. It's a little bit tricky with, like, you know, getting this and then the audio. It's a little bit just the mic there, but it's a little bit wonky. I'll figure it out as time goes on, but I'm really excited to see where this channel goes. And I mean, in terms of what my next review will be, well, I don't know exactly. I have some ideas, and there's one game that I really want to review. I don't know when the game is coming out, but if it does, I have so many ideas for that specific game. I'll give more information all in due time, but you know, let me know down in the comments what you think of Marvel Rivals. You know, do you love this game as much as I do, or maybe are you disappointed with it? I've seen a lot of positivity, so if there is any negativity, I would actually be really down to see what it is. But that's all for me today. I've done a lot of takes, is all I can say. So thank you for watching, guys. Have a fantastic night, morning, evening, whenever you're watching this, and take care.